Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Every Friday.
Yeah. So I just was wondering maybe if we should reevaluate or revamp. I know that with growth and trying to coordinate, right? You and I both
Hmm
have full-time, day jobs at the moment, working
hmm
on um our the what do you call it? The new good job at the
Yeah,
end.
this is our new good job. We need to still focus here
That's
every chance we get.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm just wondering if I don't know if, I don't know how you're feeling about it. So just candidly was thinking maybe we should talk through. Um, I love the morning time together, um, strategizing, putting it together, right? And
Hmm
wanted to make sure. So we've got this week that we are talking about everything faceless, right? Because that kind of fits into our world,
Right.
faceless content. So we're gonna drop a faceless content starter kit for those who might, let me pull up some info um on just around faceless content. When you hear the word faceless content, what do you think, Shay? What do you think about that? Like,
Yeah. Now I think it's in a different space than it was when I first ever heard about faces kind of with AI and all these different ways that people are doing content without having to be involved. Some people don't like to talk on camera. Some people don't like the way they look on camera. Um, and so this is a real strong way for people like that to find their space in the world of creating content
mhm,
without having to go through those fears, because sometimes that fear is what holds people back. So that faceless content to me is a way to push past the fear of talking in front of people, showing your face. And a lot of people are doing it and it being really successful. If you think about makes me to think about it's not new. So if you
right, it's
think
definitely
about
not.
commercials like McDonald's or and some of these Nike, some of these big brands, Starbucks, you never see the person who is responsible
Right,
for those brilliant creations that they went through with. That's really faceless content, right? They're showing other people's faces, other people's joy, other people's happiness, and then they're thriving on that. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I think it's part of the new good job. It's part of the new way that people are expressing themselves to grow their businesses and their platforms, and it's working.
right. And that's what I was reading up on too. Some of the biggest brands
Hmm
are building their audience and very powerful without, faces. So
Yeah.
faceless content actually kind of does matter. And that's why I thought it would be a good topic for us this week, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are like, man, I would really like to learn more.
hmm
But I'm not down with like being on the camera
Right.
or even, going live or whatever that may be. So that's why I thought it was a really good topic for us, why it matters, and it's truly not new, but that a lot of people um not only gets you going, but it's also a way that you can build your audience. So I thought it
Yeah.
was a good topic. So I did put us together this little faceless content starter kit. I'll get that dropped for us on um our Etsy store.
Etsy shop. I love that. And that's a good
Yeah.
way for if you're listening, if you're finding this video, or if this video finds you,
Yeah.
really, really, when you're in a space and you're thinking about something, things find you. And then if you're having an angel idea, which you can go back and listen to some of Ebbs and Ivory or some of D and I as we talk through a lot of times the angel idea hits you. It keeps you up at night. You just keep thinking about it. So if this finds you, then that was for a reason. And go out there and get your starter kit, right? Go out there and see how and why. Um, get that
Yeah.
breakthrough, that doubt of I don't want to, and go out there and get this starter kit. It's going to be there for you. You can get to our Etsy shop through our Awake to Wealth link, which is www.awake2wealth.com. the number
Thank
two,
you.
wealth.com. Go out there. We have some fantastic resources on our in our store, and they help us. But this
Right,
is
right.
going to
This
be
is
something that
wonderful
can
we're
help
doing.
so many people, which is our goal, right? To just help so many people have their
Right.
breakthrough.
Yeah, just giving some ideas. And then obviously in the content starter kit, you'll have a few challenges, right? So that you can just get started. I think there are, I'm trying to remember, there's about five different ideas on
Hmm.
faceless content. We go through and cover, I mean, I think we're going to talk about this a little bit too. Maybe we could do a weekly recap or something. I don't know. But text-based content is a great idea for faceless content. How to utilize or do screen recordings is a great way to do faceless content. We hear the terminology in this business about B-roll, right? So those lifestyle clips, voiceover content, which I love to do. You do a great job at that
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah, Shay. And then just posts, carousel posts, so slides and things like that. So there is a lot of ways that you can build your page and build your audience first,
Right.
right? So that without feeling nervous or feeling like you need to be, in the spotlight, on camera, in social media all the time. So I'm super excited about really understanding this, and maybe this will be a good topic. I don't know if it's enough for us to, if we get any questions or if we get any interest, then maybe we could roll this into a week two and really maybe start doing something interactively, testing it. I know Shay, you and I could do any of this for our own page because
Right.
our schedule is what's important about having the online business is having the 2 hour workday that we can work around us whenever we need to. So just wanted
Right.
to.
And that 2 hour workday, remember, it's those 4 blocks, right? If you're out there and you're struggling with getting on and doing a 2 hour workday, because then that 2 hours your mind shifts off and now you're scrolling or you're doing laundry or you're,
Right.
Dee and I have a good video about P123s if you go back to through our, I think it's episode 4 or 5. We really talk about P123s, and that's really prioritizing your time, your 2 hours, and then making it that 30-minute block,
Yeah, 30
four
minutes.
30-minute blocks. And so
Yeah.
we're really growing, and sometimes you grow and then you stop. And so back at it to be growing again with that 2 hour workday, which is very, very important especially when you done good work. I've seen some people posting like I have to get back to my own and it resonates with me. So I have to get back to my own 2 hour workday and practice what I preach. So it's
Right,
really good.
right, right. And that's all about accountability, isn't it? Everything
It
comes
is.
back to, yeah. So we've been in this space doing this thing for a little bit. And when we're talking about, the just whatever you're doing, faceless content, whether you're a hardcore influencer, maybe you
Hmm.
have billions of followers, and maybe you have one.
Right,
And we talk about writing down or creating a posting plan or a your calendar for the upcoming week. What
right.
what do you what do you say to that rather than, we've learned about being coachable. Like, do we just write it down? Like, is that an important part in at least for you? What are your thoughts on, do we should we create our posting plan for next week?
Um, yes, right. I'm big on when you write it down, what's it becomes what's important, and it becomes your accountability now. Because when I look back at things that I've written down for us, is in terms of like, let me give you an example in terms of how we post and so the formula to what we're posting, right? When I wrote that down, it actually is helpful and it makes me go back to my notes. So writing it down is what we wrote down when we were talking about marketing, right? And stop the scroll, rank the keywords, build a community. So those things that I wrote down, now those become things that are part of when I'm posting, when I'm doing content, I go back to this. So I think writing down things is not only important for us to remember what we said we were going to do, but
Right?
also important to look back at it and say, this is going to get me to the end of the week and know that I did the things that I promised myself, my goals, and writing it down in the beginning is also a way that we celebrate as we stack those small wins of I did it. Like we set this plan to do this our faceless content experience. We posted on Etsy, we showed up, we did the content together. We showed how the content is done together, all because we wrote down that that was going to be our plan. And I think I think that's brilliant. I think that's how brilliant people grow.
Yeah. I'm
Hmm.
thinking about, your when you're in your day to day, and this may resonate with all of us or none of us, I'm not sure. But it's like when I get ready to, do the old manual, you're clocking in to
Right.
wherever you're going, right? So you get in and you clock in, and for me, the very, very first thing I open is my
The
calendar.
calendar. Hmm.
And I open up that calendar because that calendar is driving my day.
Mm.
So I think if I'm thinking through advice for myself or for us, you and I are co-creators in this
That's right.
business and in this space, as I'm thinking about what would be a next step, something I have not done for us in Awake to
I,
Wealth
I hear where you're going.
is that calendar needs to be created and digital as it matches my day to day, right? And that's
Yeah.
not something I've done. It's just, because we're having this candid conversation about
Right.
how do we get how do we move forward? How do we help other people move forward?
Hmm.
I'm sure if we're talking about it, somebody else has already talked about it. So I'm just I'm feeling that's refreshing because it's I don't know. I've not done that for
Right. Me either.
well.
Me either. Where we have, I mean, we've talked
We've got
about
our Google
creating.
calendars. We've got to that's where
Yep.
we should start our day to include what was our theme? What did we
Right.
cover? What did we commit to? When are we posting?
Right.
All of that should be on our Awake to Wealth digital calendar.
Right. And we can post that calendar right
And
on the Freedom Winners page so other people can see what our calendar looks like at in some point and in some way to know that's going to be accountability for us too. Like, okay, it says that on Tuesday we're doing this A, B, and C.
yes.
Then we should be able to at least post some content related to what our calendar says. And so I think that is a way that we grow. And it's a way, again, if this video found you, then it's a way that you can watch us put this into action, put this into play. And for 2026, for the remainder of 2026, see how that did that get us to grow? Did that get the numbers to grow? Did that change our algorithm? Did it, how did that move for us by starting something as simple as something we that's free, a calendar.
Exactly, exactly. And the other thing to note is that, I think everybody, who's in this space or whatever we're doing, you got to find what works for you.
Yeah,
And so I'm going to raise my hand to be the first one to say, because this is such the new good job, I don't have someone chasing me down to make sure that I've gotten the things done or I've showed up based off of my work event or my calendars, right? And so
right,
it is the mindset that you really have to work on and drive because you have so much flexibility. You're your
right.
own boss. You can show up or not show up, but you only have but you got to speak to yourself if you don't show up. And so I just want to talk through as I'm just sitting here thinking about, faceless content can help you get started.
Hmm.
We're going to help with a content starter kit that's just built on some ideas and a checklist, right? I think those are things are important. Talking about planning your posting plan for next week. So if you're listening to this, do that with us. I think it's important, or drop a comment that lets us know that you're interested in this topic, and maybe we can roll into. I had some ideas I was gonna throw out here. We can definitely include a posting plan worksheet inside the starter kit.
I like it. And, right,
And
that's that calendar. That's that start-based calendar that we're following, that we're actually doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
stuff to get, you know, it's right there. It'll be
Right.
right there.
Yeah, so we can include a posting plan worksheet, which I'm going to add because I have the starter kit kind of ready to review.
Hmm.
But I did not include a posting plan worksheet because we just talked about whether or not is that important for us or for somebody else. And we want to make sure we're always putting valuable items in our kits, right? Or our information. And as we're sitting here talking through, is a posting plan worksheet important? I think we both agree it
Yes,
is,
it is.
right? All right, so I'm going to just make myself a note. The other thing I was going to talk through is that based off interest, Shay, one of the ideas that came along with just this conversation alone is doing a 5-day faceless content challenge inside our Freedom Winners where we can, post something and have everybody join that challenge. I don't know what the challenge would be yet, but do you have any feedback or thoughts on that? Do you think that would be helpful? What do you think about
I mean,
that?
just getting through the week, like just using the daily right way to just get through the week and be at the end. My whole, you know me, I love fun, I love celebrating. So getting to the end of the week, so you know, putting it down on day one, and definitely using the challenges to get to day two, using
Hmm.
your challenge to get to day three,
Right.
using the challenge to get to day four, and then at the end of the 7-day week, using, creating a space where those challenges become your celebration,
Yeah.
whatever that means. A day of self-care doesn't have to be a moment of self-care. Doesn't have to be a day of self-care. It could
Right.
be, getting a glass of wine or, you know, taking a bath, a bubble bath, whatever, like whatever that feels like for you, but just getting to the end because that piece is very important too. When we reward ourselves for doing the work. So
Hmm.
getting those challenges, creating those challenges to get us to show up for day two, to get us to show up for day three. And then every week is day one again, right? Then we
Right.
start day one again, right? Reintroducing ourselves. Hey, listen, I am on this journey and today is day one and this is my challenge for the week.
Yeah.
Boom. This, and then next week, this is day one and this is my challenge for this week. Boom. Like this is day two. I showed up. Here's my challenge for today. This is my challenge for today. And this is how I'm rewarding myself at day seven. I'm gonna eat this piece of chocolate, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a walk around my neighborhood, whatever it is. Like I'm gonna, go to the spa. I'm going to go get my nails done, whatever it is, like whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm excited about just the calendar thought and the posting plan. I know we've talked about that before. I'm just saying I've never put it like truly into, a calendar that's going to give me an annoying notification until I've gotten it done.
That's right.
To just really help me stay committed on something. But yeah, so I was just, wanted us to kind of just talk through that and I don't know. We can, this is Friday. Thank
It is
gosh. I love
Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
And it's Valentine's season, right?
It is
So
Valentine.
the season of love. I'm so like through with traditions. Like I'm so through. I'm making my own traditions. Like,
Mhm.
but for everybody who will be celebrating Valentine's Day, you have a lot of groups out there saying like Galentine's Day, just how you love on yourself. So as we
Uh,
move into this weekend of love and some people have had bad breakups.
Yeah.
Um, so it's not a fun time. Some people have gone through losing
Yeah.
people, in tragedy through the year. And so it's not a fun time. So we just want to send an awake to wealth way out to however you're going to spend your day. If it's Galentine, if it's Valentine, if it's just loving on your people, if it's, getting through grief or getting through a broken heart, we want to just tell you that we're here for you and we love you every day.
Yeah.
365 days a year. We love you, but we want you to love your vision, right? Love is cute, but
Mhm.
love your vision. Love is powerful, but love your vision. Love is necessary, love is essential, but so is your vision and your purpose.
Right.
So
Right.
that is what we come
Love
together to
yourself.
tell you.
Love yourself.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah,
We're excited about that. That is this weekend. So we've got I call it a powerhouse weekend. You got the weekend coming up. That's time for you to enjoy with your friends and families or loved ones or whatever.
yeah,
And now we're in the season of love, as you
yeah.
call it, or
That's right.
the weekend for love, no matter what. So that's really good. I'm excited about the weekend.
Yeah, me too. Going to dinner with some friends and just getting together, have some love gifts over here hiding in the corner for my honey. And you know, because we do this love thing 365, it's so easy for us to celebrate each other in that way. But not a lot of people know, and I'm a gift giver, Dee, and I know that
Yeah.
that's your vision in life is to be an extravagant gift giver, and I love that for you.
Hmm.
And so I am really a creative gift giver and always able to people have said like, wow, like how do you come up with this stuff? Because I listen to what people we know we talked about love languages. You got to go back to episode. I don't know which
Right.
episode that is, but if you
Right.
go back, you'll figure out how to know what your love language and your apology language, which is just important in love.
Yes.
Just getting the gifts. So I got a nice bottle of wine from this brand new restaurant that Ralph actually was part of the contractor team that did built this restaurant in our town. Just opened up on Monday. Beautiful space. And just he loves dinner, so I gave him a gift card to one of his favorite
Right.
restaurants and some chocolate goodies. And who knows what comes next.
That's right. That's right.
What about you, Dee?
Oh, I have now I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. I'm like a spontaneous gift giver when it comes to not even thinking through
Hmm.
until the weekend. So I'll wake up Saturday and kind of plan
Yeah.
around accordingly. I know that Sunday my heart is going to be overflowing. It is Wesley's first dance competition. So I'm going to be there supporting, I'm going to help in the concession. So being able to just give some time and support the other families and, whether I serve some hot dogs and nachos or stand by and hand out sodas, I'm going to be doing that part of the time, but also taking pictures and being in the audience while Wesley is in full costume, in hair and makeup, in all the things. And so you can
Take your tissue.
see my love here. So that's going to be a full day for me on Sunday. So I'm super excited about that. And then yeah, I will, I'm a spontaneous person, so I don't have anything particularly planned, but we will see what's next.
This is why I love this co-creator space because you get a little bit of both
Yeah.
in everything that we do. So I love that, you don't have to be the same. We don't have to
Oh,
think the same. We don't have to get you a co-creator, guys, because it will push you, it will hold you accountable, and it will allow you to celebrate life on different
that's
accords.
right.
So that
Yeah,
is amazing. I saw your true love light up. I saw your
I know.
love meter
Yeah.
shifting all the way to 100. And so I love that again for you. And that is true wealth,
Yes, it is.
which is
Yes.
what Awake to Wealth is all about, understanding your true wealth. And it is family, it is love, it is having the push towards your own vision,
Yeah,
falling in love with you. So
that's
with
right.
that being said, the momentum for today is love yourself in every single way. The
Hmm.
same love that you give out and pour out to others. This is also a day to celebrate the love that you have for yourself and that you have for your vision. You owe it to yourself. Nobody's coming to save you, sis.
That's right.
Nobody's
Nobody
coming to
is.
save you, bro.
Yeah,
Right? So
great.
let's do it.
All right. We'll go into the weekend, spread some love, be kind.
Be safe.
Take
See you
care.
next time.